So you want to tell us now, or are we waiting for 4 wet bridesmaids?
Oh, God. Well, it started about a half hour before the wedding.
Welcome back, everyone. We're diving deep today, but with a bit of a twist.
A twist.
Yeah. We're looking at Friends, but through an unusual lens. Think English as a second language textbook. Like, how would these characters be introduced to someone who's, never even heard of the show?
I see where you're going with this. It's like Friends 101, but like super basic, no inside jokes or anything.
Exactly. Just pure, unadulterated character descriptions.
Yeah.
So, ready to get meta.
Absolutely. Let's strip these characters down to their like core essence.
Okay, so first up, Monica. The book describes her as kind, organized, loves to cook. Oh, and it even mentions her style, like casual clothes, jeans, and a t-shirt. Simple, right?
Yeah, simple on the surface. But if you think about it, these little details actually tell us a lot about Monica, don't they?
Like what?
Well, she's not just organized. I mean, she's the anchor of the group, right? The caretaker. Think about it. Her apartment is like the central hub where everyone hangs out, eats, spills their guts.
And the cooking. Oh, man. That's like a whole other level. Thanksgiving feasts, meticulously labeled, Tupperware, you name it.
Exactly. It's not just a hobby for her. It's how she shows love. It's how she creates a sense of family, for this bunch of friends who are, let's be honest, kind of messed up in their own ways.
True that. Okay. Moving on to Ross. The text paints him as tall and slim with curly brown hair, glasses. Always in, like, neat clothes, button-down, slacks, that kind of thing.
So, like, the quintessential intellectual, right? A bit uptight, maybe.
Yeah, but then it throws in this. My wife left me. She fell in love with another woman. Whoa. Talk about a curveball. I mean, that changes the picture a bit, doesn't it? Oh, yeah. Suddenly, it's not just about dinosaurs and neat clothes anymore. It's raw emotion. It's vulnerability.
And it's, like, right there in the first introduction, the writers wanted us to know that Ross is, well, carrying some baggage. Sets the stage for his whole emotional journey.
Absolutely. So, ready for Rachel?
Hit me with it.
All right, so picture this. Long blonde hair, blue eyes, and she's wearing, get this, a wedding dress. Because she ran away from her wedding.
Oh, wow, that's dramatic. Talk about making an entrance.
Right, and it doesn't stop there. She literally throws away her credit cards and says, no more daddy's money. Like, boom, mic drop.
In that one little act, we see everything that Rachel's about to become.
It's like a declaration of independence,
Yeah.
right? She's done with the old life, the privilege, the expectations. She's ready to figure things out on her own terms.
And that's a story that resonates with so many people, right? Breaking free, starting over. It's scary, but it's also exhilarating.
It's like watching a butterfly emerge from its cocoon,
Exactly. You just, know that she's about to go through a major transformation, and it's all packed into that one, like, super concise description.
It's amazing, right? How much information can be conveyed in just a few words. It's like the writers were planting these little seeds that would, like, blossom into these incredible characters we know and love.
Yeah, and they did it so subtly, like we're not even aware of it at first. But it's all there, right from the beginning.
So, ready to tackle the rest of the gang? Chandler, Joey, Phoebe. They're waiting in the wings.
Let's do it. I want to see how those personalities are distilled down to, like, their purest form. Bring on the rest of the friends.
All right, but first, a quick break. We'll be right back with more Friends fun. Stay tuned.
All right, let's jump back into these character descriptions. It's like a crash course in Friends, but from a totally different perspective.
Yeah, it's like seeing them with fresh eyes. So who's next on our list? Oh, right, Chandler.
Okay, so Chandler's description is interesting. It says short, dark hair, and get this, a sarcastic smile. That's it. That's all they give us.
Haha, but it's kind of perfect, right? I mean, that's a sarcastic smile. Sums up Chandler so well.
It's like his trademark. You see that smirk and you just know a witty one-liner is coming.
It's almost like a warning sign. Brace yourselves. Sarcasm is approaching. Okay, what about Joey?
Joey is described as very handsome with dark hair and a charming grin. Again, pretty basic stuff.
But those descriptions, even though they're simple, they totally work. Like, you can just picture Joey with that charming grin, flashing those pearly whites.
It's like those physical descriptions actually hint at their comedic roles. Like, Chandler's sarcasm is often expressed through that wry smile.
Yeah.
And Joey's charm, well, it's all about that megawatt grin.
Right. They're like visual cues. It's like the writers were saying, hey, this is how you know what kind of humor to expect from these guys.
Exactly. And then there's Phoebe. They describe her as having long blonde hair and a quirky style, colorful clothes and all that.
Oh, yeah, and don't forget the strange songs. They're like a whole category of their own.
Right. That's so Phoebe. And what's interesting is that they don't even mention her being a masseuse or anything about her past.
Yeah, they just focus on those like outward traits, the things that make her stand out, visually and musically.
And what's funny is that even though they don't give us all the backstory, we still get a sense of her personality. Like just from those few details, we know she's different. She's unique.
Totally. And that's what makes her such a great character. She's the wild card, the one who keeps everyone on their toes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've covered the characters, but what about the actual plot? The pilot episode,
Yeah, let's dive into some of those key moments. Remember how the text mentioned Rachel struggling as a waitress? It said, like, she spills coffee, drops cups, and forgets orders.
Yeah. It's classic sitcom stuff, but it also sets up her whole, like, fish out of water storyline. She's this pampered princess who's suddenly thrown into the real world.
And she has to, figure it out on her own, which is, like, both funny and inspiring. Because, who hasn't felt like that at some point in their lives?
Right. That feeling of being completely clueless and just hoping you don't screw things up too badly.
And it's like a metaphor for her overall journey, right? She's going to stumble and fall, but she's going to learn and grow along the way.
Exactly. Now, remember what it said about Ross? He's still heartbroken over the divorce. But then it mentions how he looks at Rachel and thinks, she's beautiful.
Oh, yeah, that little detail. It's like a tiny seed that's planted right from the start. And it's going to grow into this, like, epic love story.
Or should I say love-hate story?
Yeah.
Because, things with Ross and Rachel are never simple.
No, definitely not. It's going to be a roller coaster ride full of ups and downs and will they, won't they.
That's what makes it so compelling, right? The drama, the tension, and of course the humor. Oh, and speaking of heartwarming moments, remember the scene where the group all rallies around Rachel?
Oh, you mean when she says, I have no job, no money, and no plan, but I have you guys.
Yeah. That's like the essence of Friends right there. It's about the power of friendship, about having people who support you no matter what.
It's like they're not just friends, they're family, they choose each other, flaws and all.
It's a beautiful message. And it's something that a lot of people connect with, I think.
Yeah.
Because we all need that sense of belonging, that feeling of being loved and accepted.
Absolutely. And what's amazing is that they managed to convey all of that, like the humor, the heart, the friendships, the struggles, all within, 20-something minutes.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. And it just goes to show that sometimes simplicity is key. Like, you don't need a lot of fancy words or complicated plot lines to tell a great story.
Right. It's all about the characters.
Yeah.
And about tapping into those universal human experiences that we all share, like love, loss, friendship, starting over, all that good stuff.
Exactly. It's like Friends is a show about nothing, and yet it's about everything.
Deep, man. Deep.
So what's the takeaway from all of this? We've analyzed these characters, we've dissected the plot, we've gotten all meta and philosophical.
Well, I think it reminds us that sometimes the simplest stories are the most powerful, and that even the most basic character descriptions can reveal, like, profound truths about human nature.
And that no matter how much time passes or how many times we've seen the show, Friends will always have something to teach us about life, love, and the importance of, sticking together through thick and thin.
Preach. Couldn't have said it better myself. And on that note, folks, we've reached the end of our Friends deep dive. We hope you enjoyed the ride.
Yeah, it's been fun taking this unconventional journey with you. And who knows, maybe we'll do it again sometime with another classic show.
Ooh, that's a great idea. We could do Seinfeld or The Office or, like, Gilmore Girls. The possibilities are endless.
Endless indeed. But for now, we got to say goodbye. Thanks for tuning in, Deep Divers. And until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep those conversations flowing. It's wild, right? Like, we started with this simple ESL textbook, and now we're, like, deep in the heart of Friends, talking about life and love and all that jazz.
It's amazing how these, like, basic descriptions have sparked such a profound conversation.
Right. It's a testament to, I think, the power of good writing. Like, even when you strip away all the layers, the core of these characters, it still shines through.
Absolutely. Okay, but before we wrap things up, I want to put you on the spot for a sec. Remember those bare bones character descriptions?
Yeah.
If you had to describe each friend in just 3 words, what would you choose?
Ooh, that's tough. But I'm up for the challenge. Okay, let's see. For Monica, I'd say organized, loyal, and I gotta be honest, control freak.
Haha, yes, that's so Monica. All right, your turn. What about Ross?
Ross. Okay, I'd go with romantic, awkward, and of course, dinosaur enthusiast.
Yeah.
Gotta have the dinosaurs.
Classic Ross. Okay, let's tackle Rachel. 3 words to sum up her whole journey.
Ooh, that's a tricky one. But I think I'd go with stylish, independent, and ever-evolving, because she really does, like, transform throughout the series.
Totally agree. Okay, my turn. Chandler. This one's tough. He's got so many layers.
Right. He's like an onion, full of surprises.
Okay, I think I got it.
Yeah.
Sarcastic, loyal, and secretly sensitive.
Ooh, I like that. Secretly sensitive? That's so
Mhm.
true. He hides it well, but deep down, he's a big softie.
Totally. All right, moving on to Joey. This one feels a bit easier, right?
Yeah, Joey's like an open book.
Right.
3 words. Charming. Dim-witted, but with a heart of gold. How's that?
Perfect. He might not be the brightest bulb, but he's got a good heart, and that's what matters.
Exactly. Okay, last but not least, Phoebe, our quirky queen. What 3 words capture her magic?
Let's see. Unconventional, compassionate, and unapologetically herself, because she owns her weirdness, and that's what makes her so awesome.
So well said. It's amazing, isn't it, how these 6 characters, with all their flaws and quirks, have managed to, like, capture our hearts for so many years.
It's the power of, I think, relatable characters and timeless themes like friendship, love, finding your place in the world, all that stuff.
Yeah, no matter how much time passes or how many times you've seen the show, Friends always feels, like, relevant. It's like a warm blanket on a cold night, you know?
Totally. It's comfort food for the soul.
So, what's the takeaway from all of this? I guess it's that even the simplest stories can be incredibly profound, and that sometimes you gotta, like, strip things down to the basics to really appreciate their beauty.
Well said. And on that note, folks, we've reached the end of our Friends deep dive. We hope you enjoyed the unconventional journey.
Yeah, it's been a blast exploring this iconic show through, well, a slightly different lens. And who knows, maybe this will inspire you to, like, revisit Friends with fresh eyes, or maybe even check it out for the first time.
And if you do, let us know what you think. We'd love to hear your 3-word character descriptions.
Absolutely. Share your thoughts on social media, tag us, all that good stuff. And until next time, deep divers, keep exploring, keep questioning, keep those conversations flowing. See ya.